This man have no shame?
No.
Is he not easy money Mayweather now?
Get that money.
Yeah, that money.
He'll pick up either 15, 20 mil.
He was a highly respected champion.
Still
He
is.
dominated the sport.
Yes.
Greatest defensive fighter ever. And you're going to stoop to this?
Yep.
Netflix has given Mayweather some financial advances, and we're talking millions of dollars. I don't know exactly. When I threw out a figure, they said it's even higher than what I threw out. I threw out multiple millions of dollars. Netflix has provided some money that Floyd apparently has taken the contracts that he's had and has gone to a lender and said, going to be earning all of this money. Here's the signed contract proving so. And then that the lender has given him some cash up front based on that. He's basically taken these numerous advances on the earnings that he's going to take. And
just the truth, Floyd is so badly hurting for money that this is the stuff he's doing. Knowingly signing contracts for a pro fight just to go and publicly undermine while taking a cash advance.
Whether you're flying on private jets or you're staying at first-class hotels or you're, buying expensive jewelry and cars and bags and you name it.
Netflix has reportedly started legal proceedings involving Floyd Mayweather Jr. after claims that he stepped away from a planned fight with Manny Pacquiao. According to journalist Lance Pugmire, Floyd had already received millions of dollars in advance payments, and leaving the agreement at this stage could potentially create major legal complications for him.
Numerous advances on the earnings that he's going to take. And look, as we look at this situation, guys, it strikes me that we know how precious Floyd's O is on his record. He's 50-0, unbelievable career. Congratulations on everything you've accomplished. But he's also, it appears to be in financial straits. And the two great loves of his life, money and that zero, are conflicting with each other right now. And he's in a pickle. He's in dire straits, so to speak. And how this exactly is going to play out, you would imagine that Floyd Mayweather will come to his senses and say, look, I have no choice but to participate in this fight. I've got to be at my best and win this fight to keep that O.
The Fight Hype account responded by saying the event is no longer moving forward and claimed to have evidence supporting their statement. However, they explained that they would wait until the day had passed before sharing further details, to avoid making the situation appear like a joke. They also questioned how Ian got their phone number and why he was contacting them, suggesting that his attention should instead be focused on the person they believe is misleading him. The statement indicates that additional information may be released later, with claims that proof already exists. Wade Plemon pointed to the situations involving Daisy and Logan Paul as examples of similar issues, adding that if Floyd attempts to handle Netflix in the same manner, he could potentially face serious legal repercussions.
Demanded that they pay him some insane amount of money or he wasn't going to fight Deji while he was at the venue. And they wanted to change gloves and do all this stuff. And I think they actually did it. They paid Floyd to do it. And I've seen this with a bunch of his exhibitions. And obviously we know about the Logan Paul situation, how Floyd shopped his fight to a different company after essentially scamming royalty like Prince whoever in Dubai and stole his money. This is insane. Now he's trying to do it to Netflix. Oh yeah, he's 100% about to get sued because Team Pacquiao says Floyd Mayweather signed 3 contractual agreements for a professional fight against Pacquiao. 3 separate agreements. They also claim Floyd Mayweather has been paid for signing these 3 agreements and has also taken out a cash advance payment on his purse for the fight. They also say Floyd Mayweather is officially in breach of contract for publicly stating this fight.
No Smoke Boxing reported that Manny Pacquiao has issued a warning to Floyd Mayweather, stating that backing out of their signed September rematch could lead to serious issues with Netflix, event promoters, and sponsors. The situation has created growing uncertainty around the agreement and the possible impact of any contract dispute. Meanwhile, Teddy Atlas suggested that Mayweather's financial struggles are connected to his history of gambling and excessive spending, claiming that these choices played a major role in reducing a large part of his wealth over the years.
Misery. So as I said earlier, so I don't like that, but I understand the world out there and I understand putting yourself in that position. If he put himself in that position, some people will say, he's suing now because of his gambling habits, which was not hidden. It was not a secret. He would post, not Teddy Atlas talking about anything that wasn't out there. He would post some of his tickets, his betting tickets that he bet, and they were large bets. And so some people say, oh yeah, like you said, he was Mayweather, Money Mayweather, and now he's suing because he went through his money, he blew his money, whatever. Look, I don't know what the truth is fully in there. I know Steven Espinoza was named. He ran Showtime at the...
Joe Rogan explained that Floyd Mayweather Jr. remained one of the most recognized figures in boxing for more than 10 years. However, he believes that certain financial choices and failures to make necessary changes over time contributed to the financial difficulties Mayweather now faces.
Floyd spends money like it's a tap. He's got a tap, just like unlimited amount of money. Money's just flowing. And even as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made as much, if not more money than any boxer ever, there's all these lawsuits. He hasn't been paying things, and he owes money on this and owes money on that. And and then he's got to come out of retirement.
Tasha K pointed out that although Floyd Mayweather Jr. is often seen as someone with massive wealth, the full financial picture may be more complicated. She explained that high income alone does not always mean long-term stability, as major responsibilities, commitments, and ongoing costs can have a significant impact on a person's finances.
See somebody like Floyd Mayweather, that's the oldest in the book, y'all. Y'all know, when y'all see somebody flogging money everywhere, they got this, they got that, they got this. Was it Gervonta Davis? Tank told us 2 years ago that the reason they held Floyd Mayweather, you can put it back on the screen, captive in Dubai is because he had owed them money and they wouldn't release him until he announced the fight to give him their money back. You know they do that over there in Dubai, right? You ain't going nowhere if you owe a debt. He was trapped over there for almost 2 months, according to Gervonta. They shared the same manager, Al Layman, who collected money in cash because Floyd Mayweather gave him a power of attorney to do so. And so when Floyd went down there and sued Showtime, he's suing Showtime, the company, the network, that publicizes these fights.
Analyst Fannin stated that the main dispute started when Floyd Mayweather Jr. received an upfront payment from Manny Pacquiao's team. He explained that the money was not just a casual offer or a simple expression of interest, but rather payment connected to the expectation that Mayweather had agreed to take part in a professional boxing match. According to Fannin, once the funds were accepted, it created the assumption that the fight was a serious and confirmed commitment. He added that any questions about the status or legitimacy of the bout became an issue for Mayweather only after he had already taken the advance payment.
According to Manny Pacquiao's people, took an advance, right, which is money, against the fight with Manny. Watch this. He took an advance in that fight. He said, okay, I'll fight Manny, but I need an advance. After he got the advance, to my understanding, there then became an issue of whether or not the fight between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd would be an exhibition or whether it would be a real fight. Now, let me tell you why there's a value in that for Manny Pacquiao. Because Manny Pacquiao wants to get his get back in the ring, a real fight with Floyd. He also, for Floyd, what's at risk is his undefeated record, because Manny Pacquiao has been a relatively active fighter, more active than Floyd has against actual world-class fighters. That's not what Floyd's been doing. Now, after the deal is done, now there's a debate between, or an issue about whether it's going to be an exhibition or whether it is going to be a real.
Fannin explained that the original agreement was built on the understanding that both parties shared the same expectations about the event. However, once doubts emerged regarding whether the fight would actually move forward as a legitimate contest, the responsibility shifted away from Pacquiao's side because they had already provided the agreed financial commitment. He added that this created a difficult situation for Pacquiao, who entered the deal expecting the advantages associated with a genuine professional fight, including official status, financial rewards, and the competitive significance of the matchup. If those expectations are not fulfilled, Pacquiao's team could be left without the value they initially agreed to receive. transforming the matter into a serious contractual conflict.
Bringing this up, at least that is the contention of Manny Pacquiao. He only brought that issue up after he got the advance. So if he got an advance, he put money in his pocket that he needed in his pocket. And then after that, he's going to switch up and say, no, I don't want to have an exhibition. I don't want to have a real fight. I want to have an exhibition. And as a result, he's depriving Manny Pacquiao of the benefit of the bargain that Manny gave him when he got that advance. Because the advance is there because Manny agreed, assuming that it was going to be a real fight and not an exhibition, because there's no reason between these two guys to have an exhibition for 3 rounds and waste a bunch of people's money where there's nothing on the line, which means Manny can't get his get back and Floyd keeps his 50-0. So it looks like Floyd's trying to get slick and switch it up. And at the same time, Floyd did something else.
50 Cent had previously spoken about the possibility of Floyd Mayweather Jr. facing financial difficulties in the future due to his spending habits. He explained that his comments were not based on a random guess, but on what he observed from Floyd's lifestyle and approach to money at the time, that he pointed to Mayweather's expensive purchases, luxury lifestyle, and constant high-level spending as factors that could eventually reduce his fortune, regardless of how much income he generated. 50 Cent stressed that making huge amounts of money does not automatically lead to lasting wealth if financial decisions are not handled carefully. According to his perspective, a cycle of earning large sums while spending at an equally rapid pace could eventually create serious consequences.
50 Cent literally said this 6 years ago, and I'm gonna play it for you. 6 years ago. So 6 years ago, this is what 50 Cent said, and it's kind of hard to argue with him. Roll the clip.
So, like, we got issues over anger. He's still the best fighter out there. Until somebody beat him, that's who he is.
Do you think he should step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
All that money?
And it's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's gone, trust me. Now it's like, you call him, he'll be at your local host in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
The conversation pointed out that many people viewed 50 Cent's remarks as negativity toward Floyd Mayweather Jr., but he maintained that his comments were based on financial reality rather than personal attacks. He argued that even someone like Floyd, who became one of boxing's biggest earners, could face money challenges if spending continues to grow without proper control. But he also explained that maintaining an expensive public image, constant appearances, and a high-cost lifestyle can create pressure to keep generating income again and again. In his view, wealth only remains powerful when it is managed carefully. Otherwise, even extremely large amounts of money can gradually disappear over time.
You think Floyd coming back to the ring, he said this 6 years ago. 50 said, I think he got to because the money gone. And then the host is like, what? How did he make $1 billion basically and the money is gone? How is the money gone? And 50 was like, I'm not going to go into detail. I'm not going to go into depth about it. But with that lifestyle that he living, that flashy stuff, he'll be eager to do club hosting and get cashed out.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
Fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
What you think? It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
Fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
According to the report, the situation surrounding Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s fight remains unresolved, with several sources stating that the event has not been officially called off. The commentator claimed to have evidence regarding the matter, but said he would wait until the end of the day before sharing more details, explaining that he did not want the situation to be treated as a joke. He also questioned why a person named Ian, who was reportedly connected to Netflix, was reaching out to him instead of focusing on the individual allegedly responsible for the issue. The discussion suggested that the controversy is growing as questions continue about Floyd's decisions and possible financial motivations. The analyst further claimed that Mayweather may have turned toward risky business moves and aggressive financial strategies as pressure increased. It was also stated that the scheduled Netflix fight on September 19th remains active, with allegations that Floyd could be violating the agreement. Additional concerns were raised about his existing legal disputes, including a lawsuit involving Showtime, adding more complexity to the situation.
I think that's somebody involved with Netflix. I think. I don't want to report that and not know it. But this person that Fight Hype is talking about, I think is someone involved with who is getting scammed there. But there's no receipts, anything like that. But this is getting, Deontay Wilder by the day, dude. I can't believe that Floyd has gone this far. It has to be a money thing, dude. It really does. Like when I said that Floyd was going broke, or at least that he was financially unstable, people were like, oh, he's got more money than you. What are you talking about? And I wasn't even trying to be mean with it. It's just a fact of the matter that Floyd has turned to the most insane business practices and downright scamming in some cases to get money that he hasn't even earned. And this looks like another example, except he's doing it in broad daylight to Netflix. Crazy. Andreas Hale also wrote a story on this. It was supposed to be on September 19th on Netflix.
Coach Malachi stated that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is dealing with a major legal controversy involving allegations that approximately $340 million was lost, taken, or mishandled through different financial arrangements. He explained that the matter goes beyond simple contract disagreements or business disputes, as it also raises questions about long-term financial choices and how money has been managed over the years. Malachi also discussed how Mayweather's lifestyle could be connected to the current situation. He pointed to Floyd's reputation for spending heavily on luxury items, maintaining an expensive public image, and engaging in high-stakes gambling and other costly habits that may have affected his financial position.
Contract, guess what? Al Haymon is clear. And now it explains why Floyd don't have Al Haymon in the lawsuit. He can't sue him. Come on, man. Al covered his tracks. Now, he may be getting sued by big corporations, stuff like that, but he's not being sued by any fighter. They can't sue him. You get what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather messed up. And adds insult to injury, Floyd Mayweather has a gambling problem and he spends a lot of money. He loves to spend money. So whatever he have that's in his possession, he's spending that and blowing that on top of the $340 million that he said that's owed to him. Meaning that he never really got paid from the Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor fight. Come on, man. Al Haymon got power of attorney. You dig? And he covered his tracks. So shout out to the brother man, Al Haymon. You did a good job.
According to this perspective, earning enormous amounts of money does not always lead to lasting financial security if spending remains consistently high. The explanation links the current concerns to both legal matters and personal financial decisions, suggesting that a mix of business-related issues and lifestyle choices has contributed to the complicated situation surrounding Floyd's finances and reputation.
You've been praising him and worshiping him. Continue to praise him and worship him then. You get what I'm saying? You dig? True. And another thing, let's thank Al Haymon.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and thank Al Haymon.
That's what y'all been doing. You are pro Al Haymon and PBC YouTube channels, and a lot of you fan bases online. That's what you've been doing. Continue to praise him then. Al is a smart businessman. He finessed the game. Let's give Al Haymon a round of applause. Good job, Al. You did a good job. And this is a lesson to all of those out there, you know, who think because you signed with the black man that you will not be taken advantage of and the white man is the evil devil. If that's your position, there ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't have a problem with however you feel either way. But just understand, when someone wants to steal from you, they don't recognize.
Dan Raphael stated that the financial issues being discussed around Floyd Mayweather Jr. are not completely unexpected when considering his long boxing career and the lifestyle he has displayed publicly. He explained that people who followed Floyd closely could have seen potential concerns based on the way he consistently showcased his wealth through luxury purchases, expensive possessions, and a very visible image of success. Raphael noted that although Mayweather generated huge earnings during his boxing career, his choices away from the ring also influenced his financial situation. He highlighted that a continued focus on a costly lifestyle, including luxury vehicles, jewelry, gambling, and lavish trips, created a spending pattern that could bring significant financial challenges over the long term.
Contact my people again later, and hopefully I can get it this afternoon to actually read the specifics of the suit and what the allegations are. But the fact that Floyd would encounter some financial issues post his boxing career is not in any way a surprise to me. When you see the types of things that, when if you believe anything that he puts on his social media, the travel that he does, the places he goes, and the amount of entourage he has, I mean, that's like a money pit. I mean, whether you're flying on private jets or you're staying at first class hotels, or you're buying expensive jewelry and cars and bags and you name it. I mean, it's all good when you're making those gigantic paydays and they're coming in, a couple times a year. You're making 40 million here and 25 million there, or even more, 100 million plus, when he fought the big mega fights with guys like Conor McGregor and Manny Pacquiao. But when that stops, that money doesn't, it goes.
Rafael added that while Floyd Mayweather Jr. became known as one of the biggest financial success stories in boxing, earning a tremendous amount of money does not automatically ensure long-term security. He explained that without proper financial planning, even the largest incomes can be impacted by rising expenses, responsibilities, and lifestyle demands that accumulate over time. Overall, Rafael's view suggests that the signs of potential financial pressure were visible for years. The combination of extraordinary earnings and equally high spending created a situation that could have been anticipated. He also emphasized that Mayweather's case represents a wider lesson about the importance of managing wealth carefully in professional sports.
Allegations about the 340 million, it just didn't ring true to me, because Al Haymon, who is not named in the suit, but apparently is supposedly part of this problem, whatever. But I mean, I've known Al Haymon and covered Al Haymon's fighters and his business since the day he stepped in boxing in like 2002 with Vernon Forrest. And all that time, and literally in terms of the PBC, a couple hundred fighters that he's dealt with, maybe not personally, but that his team is and his company. To a fighter, you never hear anybody, even when they're retired or they're not with Al anymore, nobody talks bad about him. In fact, if you ask most fighters, they'll tell you how good to them that he has been, that type of money that they've helped him make, and the person that he's paid, and the guidance that he's.
That wraps up today's video. Thank you for watching, and make sure to stay tuned for more updates. Until next time.